People's Radio United.
Oh, I was going to tell you a little bit about what we're doing, what I was planning on doing. I don't know. I'm thinking of like probably more for the publicity, but to run as for Milwaukee County Sheriff, because I don't know if you know our sheriff. You may know our sheriff. We have Sheriff Clarke.
I was going to say, is that Clarke? Yeah.
That's Clarke. Right. And I was thinking at least it would be good PR for the party to run against Clarke.
He'd probably win. Isn't he like hated, or do people out there support him?
Well, the problem in Milwaukee County is that the major city in Milwaukee County is Milwaukee, which is a heavily minority city, but most of the suburbs are just the opposite. So it's a highly segregated county. And the suburbs in the county tend, except for one or two, I should say, tend to vote very hard to the right. And, of course, Clarke has kind of become the
poster boy.
The poster boy for the right wing in some ways. Oh yeah, we don't discriminate against people. Look at Sheriff Clarke.
Yeah, he's the typical black guy.
Yeah, right. He's the typical black guy.
He hates his own. He's self-loathing. I mean, he hates his own race. It's horrible. And he had that incident on the plane where he threatened some guy for talking about the team jersey he was wearing or something. Crazy.
And then he called his force and had them escort him out of the airport.
Yeah, I don't know how people can support this stuff. I really it blows my mind.
And then there was a tweet that he did. He said something like, he used the word snowflake, right? Called the guy a snowflake. And then said, if we would really wanted to get you, you wouldn't be around.
Yeah, he threatened his life, basically.
Yeah.
But that's
and I was just like, yeah. Well, he didn't really say it. It was just implied.
But he's a law enforcement official. Like he should.
Yeah, who acts like a right wing. Yeah, he acts like a right wing thug.
He is a right wing thug.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a question. Let's get off of Clarke because he makes me really angry.
Yeah. Okay.
I've heard a couple people refer to themselves as pirate activists, and I'm wondering, does that tells me maybe that the Pirate Party supports different kinds of activism that might not be supported by, like maybe hacking things for the right reasons or getting out in the streets and doing what's necessary to stop fascism or whatever. Am I correct in that? Or
well, yeah. I mean, I would say the party does not actively support illegal activity, although we certainly support anybody who wants to exercise their right to peaceful assembly anywhere they want to do that.
Yeah. But sometimes, in my opinion,
that's like a claimer disclaimer.
Yeah, I mean, I support.
No,
I've
gone out.
Like
I've been in marches.
Yeah, I mean, but there's people like Matt DeHart, Chelsea Manning, Edward Snowden, that technically broke the law, but what they did was tell a lot of people the truth about what's going on that needed to be out.
Right.
So,
and we support.
Okay. Yeah.
We support whistleblowers.
Okay.
Absolutely support whistleblowers. I don't think. What I meant was when I said we don't actively tell people to break laws. Yeah, we don't actively tell people to break laws.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
On the other hand, I think it's a good thing that they're whistleblowers. And I think it's a good thing that there are people who are willing to get arrested for what they believe in. I am more along the lines of believing that nonviolent protest is better for the movement in the long run than any form of violent protest. And that has to include people who are willing to lay themselves down and spend some time in jail. That's kind of goes along with the commitment.
Yeah, I'm not all for violent protest, but sometimes we protest against some pretty violent people, and things happen. But I don't see, like, destruction of property to me isn't violence. That's just destruction of property. But our government makes it violent, and they're trying to get people years and years for breaking windows and police cars and stuff. And I believe that's
yeah. Some of those, this thing where they prosecuted the people who broke windows in Washington D.C. with like a special version of the riot law, right? Which was made into an instant felony. I thought that was a little extreme, maybe more than a little.
I think it was incredibly extreme.
Right. And plus it's so hard, unless you've got a video of somebody doing it, you can herd a bunch of people through a court and basically there'd be innocent people who are caught up in the dragnet.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, the government's thinking on that is, let's scare them as much as we can, and who cares about them anyway? They're not with us, they're against us. And the more they can make people fear standing up for their rights in any which way, the better it is for them, because less people will be out there.
And yet the only way you defeat that is by standing up for your rights.
Exactly.